It's suspicious. Nah, she's friendly. Nah, it don't bite. This time we all get to go for a walk. Isn't it exciting? It is held that all civil organizations should conduct their affairs within total transparency, and the convocation is no exception. This would mean we are obliged to show our work to unknown entities such as you. Consider yourself privileged and behave accordingly. I thought I saw a new creation on a daily basis. Here to look at them with a different eye. It'd be interesting to observe Hermes at work. Then the one video of the man trying to pet the tiny dog. Yeah, like, is it the one where he's like holding his arms? He's like going like this. He's like, I love that video. We have Fane, the conductor of the crew. All right, I'm gonna go down the line and high five. Slap, 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 slap. And for you, slap. And for you, slap. Everyone just got imaginary high fives. Slap. Slap, slap. This here is a new species of Petaluda we recently set loose. Doing very well, managing to maintain a stable existence thus far. If it can see its observation period to the end without issue, we shall release it into the world. Tell me, you know the difference between living beings and arcane entities? Is the presence of a soul. If the soul isn't something you can choose to have at will. No, it only manifests in those beings whose forms adhere to the laws of creation, that could endure on their own. Beings that do not fulfill this requirement, such as those spontaneously born of magic or natural phenomena, do not have souls. No matter how much it might resemble flora or fauna, if it lacks a soul, then it is considered an arcane entity. So you see, it's not for mankind to decide what is living. That domain lies beyond our manipulation, and it is hubris to assume otherwise. But come, let us head to the nearby beacon. I've received a report that arcane entities have gathered there. Perfectly done, Talea. Look. Oh, it actually has them in the position where I put them. See how they gather to feed, how they express themselves through their actions despite their lack of words. Speech is not the sole defining characteristic of thinking, feeling creature, nor is silence an indication they do not possess these qualities. Be it soulless arcane entities such as the Numa, or an ephemeral life form such as the Petaluda, they all seek to perpetuate their existence, to survive. Is Median a living being? A good question. I can answer it from a theoretical standpoint, but it ultimately falls to the Bureau of the Architect to pass judgment. I love how they're like, we don't get to decide who's an arcane entity or not. And then immediately it's like, well, I can't say, but the architect can. Those with exceptional vision, such as Hythlodaeus, may be able to ascertain her true nature. But to me, it doesn't matter. She is herself, and that is all I need to know. Oh, you finished already? I'm sorry. I was in the way. Not to worry, my dear. You missed nothing of note, and we still have plenty of work for them to observe. Next, we'll head east to the Morning Dew. I need to speak with some observers there. I should probably be using my Aether Compass. But chat, have you ever heard of the phrase, being lazy? Now, I know this might be a foreign concept to a lot of people watching Twitch, because, as we all know, Twitch watching is very active. But being lazy is something I'm quite good at. It's adorable, but beware it sneeze. Hermes went flying once. Go boop. Was there a guiding theme or any method to the madness that is this random assortment of features? Ah, this fellow has been the talk of the Bureau. The combination of a carefree aspect and an endless rows of fangs is strangely charming. I remember you.
Amazing, is it not? The Ampelos, one of our newest subjects.
I like Gubu better.
So, how are we coming along?
Don't say Gubusi. Chat. Please. Flower! Mine crumbled to dust. I need a new one.
This place is Elpis. Those flowers. Elpis.
I loved her.
Entelekis. Like me.
Oh.
They are a product of Elpis, and so named for their birthplace. A happy accident, born of the hands of a former researcher who loved beautiful blossoms. Unique for how they change color, to reflect the emotional state of those nearby. Though be it here or elsewhere, they are seldom seen in any hue save purest white.
Why? Not strong enough emotions around them?
Reflect the emotional state, you say? By what means do they achieve this?
In creation, there exists an energy wholly apart from ether, one driven by emotions. In like manner to how we manipulate ether, this flower is subject to the influence of said energy. While it has no will of its own, it is sensitive to the prevailing emotion in the vicinity, and reacts by altering its color and vibrancy.
Akasha? It is one of the unseen energies defined by
Flashback!
Harnish alchemical theory.
Flashback.
Though a gross oversimplification, some describe it as an essence influenced by feeling.
Now, if this was a Naruto episode, we get about 10 more minutes of this and about 5 minutes of actual episode and about 6 minutes of intro and outro.
Akasha. Though I'm not familiar with the term, your description suggests it is the self-same energy. Dynamis, we call it.
Dynamis. Oh god, they're gonna Dynamax.
And those entities like the Elpis flower that have the ability to interact with this energy, converting emotions into tangible phenomena.
Chat, I wish you could hear how mean my wife is to me. I said, yeah, Dynamax, and she went, shut up, and walked away. She's so mean to me. I love you.
Our Antelekis.
That's me! That's me! An Enteleki!
Telepathy
That you are,
and
my dear.
empathy.
And no ordinary one at that, but the first possessed of free will.
Wait. A form of energy other than ether? Dynamis? I've never heard of such a thing.
You feel like you would.
Hardly surprising. Dynamis cannot be seen, much less felt. And though its existence has long been theorized, we had no proof until the flower's serendipitous creation. What's more, Dynamis is far weaker than ether. Under normal circumstances, its effects are drowned out by the latter, on account of which, beings comprised of and reliant upon the ether, like you and I, are unable to make practical use of Dynamis. 'Tis a truly esoteric thing, known to but a select few scholars.
Intriguing. Then, given the limitations you described, why create Meteor?
To try to explore it.
Our star, Aetheris, is especially rich in ether, so much so that its name is derived from it. However, when we consider all
Man, what a
energy
bird
in
daughter.
existence here and in the vast space beyond, Dynamis may account for as much as 68.3%.
Damn, what? Damn,
The
what?
more abundant form by far. Were we able to control it, we could open the door to limitless possibilities.
Sounds like in controlling it, they created the final days.
'Tis not unlike a gently flowing
bird
stream,
caused the final
unable
days.
to break through the dam of ether barring its path. But if we could imbue the stream with the vigor of a raging river,
Almost 69. You're right, Fahrenheit. You're right.
not that I have such grand ambitions.
Bird is pure and innocent. Bet.
Nay, I merely wish to create a being that could traverse the great expanse.
So what you're saying is, the final days are gonna come. Twitter girl's gonna get to go on the streams and travel the great expanse, so she's not gonna die. That's right. they wrote a way for her to not die. Thank you.
The relative scarcity of ether beyond the bounds of this star was a concern. And so, I looked to another source of energy by necessity.
That being Dynamis. No wonder her ether is so thin.
Precisely.
Yours is thin too. Like an entelechy. Like me.
Nah, I'm just broken.
So, are we the same? Entelecchies.
You're right, Kakura. Birds aren't real. We created them. Give bird head pats. That bird's gonna cause the end of the world. I can't do it. I have an explorer module. Just imagine Hermes riding on a median's back, like a surfboard going through to space. He kills you. If I'm finished because MSL didn't do a proper job. Okay, that's okay. I was gonna say I would be able to transcend my limit with nothing but determination, because that's very much Undertale-y, but the Admin one's pretty good. Throw him under the
Well,
Elidibus.
aren't we ungrateful? Mayhap I should revert you to the pathetic, faded thing you were.
Okay.
A deficit of ether alone does not an entelechy make. It would, however, make it easier for you to interact with Dynamis. And limited though its influence may be, this quality could prove the difference between victory and defeat. You do well not to underestimate it.
Interesting. So the more whole I'm becoming, the harder it is for me to interact with it. Okay. I like that. You can sass him, but he sasses right back. He's a sass mast. Same, bud. I'm exhausted too.
Oh dear. I'd forgotten about the poor fella. You must excuse me a moment while I go and verify a few more things.
And we fade to black. And fade right back. Not that I or anyone else would be able to make use of it even if we knew, but it irks me to discover that there's an entirely different form of energy, and no one told me. As personal annoyance aside, Hermes' knowledge is undeniably impressive. Given that there is none among the 14 who specialize in the Celestial, he'd be a welcome addition. Assuming he can be persuaded to join us, that is. I still can't understand his hesitation. And I'm going to Australia. Chat. Goodbye. I have to go to Australia now. What's up? Australian Taleo here. How you doing? What do you specialize in? Oh, you wish to know why Emmett Self was chosen for the convocation? I should be glad to share his tale. It began when... Not another word. Lest you've forgotten, we're here to learn about Hermes, not me. My misspent youth is not of your concern. But now I want to know. I want to know. Can you show me? What now? I want to learn about the convocation. If you would accompany us, I suppose you should at least know that much. The Convocation of the 14 is a governing body that determines the myriad policies. Our goal is to ensure that all is right in creation, that our star may know a brighter future. As the name suggests, the Council is comprised of 14 offices, each of which is held by an individual chosen for their surpassing abilities. Depending on the office, one is required to either be an authority in a certain field or possess skills that will facilitate the performance of their stipulated duties. Their former categories include Mitrium, a specialist in aquatic life, Logrif, specialist in terrestrial life and husbandry, Hamrut, specialist in fungal and plant life, Emer Olith, specialist in medicine and healing, and La Habrea, specialist in creation magics, who has brought forth phantom beings of the highest complexity. Weird. I feel like I know those names, chat. Weird. My apologies for the wait. I've inspected the info to my satisfaction. All is well with the creature, and I dare say it won't be long ere it is released into the world. Another creation, however, reportedly isn't faring so well. The Charbidus. That sounds familiar. That is what we should tend to next. I do remember these things. I know you. Forgive me. I thought another member of the convocation had come. This is turning out to be an eventful day. Most are wind aspect, this one's water aspected? I understand there's a problem with one of the... Charybdis. Yes, that's right. As you know, the Charybdis is based on a sea creature. Owing to adjustments to enhance its affinity to wind, it's capable of flight. The specimens created from the concept could all fly without issue, but a problem arose in subsequent generations. This third-generation creature was born with an etheric balance leaning strongly towards water, its aquatic origin reasserting itself, it would seem. The result being its affinity to wind is diminished, and it cannot fly. No matter what we try, we can't get it to rise even the slightest bit. For such a change to manifest in so few generations, I fear they're too unstable, flawed. With your permission, I will revert the creatures and recommend to the Bureau that the concept be revised. Oh, he doesn't like that. With its etheric balance leaning toward water, the Charybdis would indeed struggle to manipulate wind. Yet it's too early to conclude that it cannot fly. Having failed at first, it may simply have developed a fear. I shall transform and fly with it, helping... You'll transform? Form of? Helping to manipulate the wind until it finds its wings. What? You needn't go to such lengths. You don't know, but of course not. Transformation is an art in which one manipulates a vast quantity of aether to construct another body around oneself. In practice, this allows one to assume any conceivable form, and thereby transcend the limits of one's flesh. Yet convenient though it may be, transforming in the presence of others is considered vainglorious in the extreme, and as uncouth and unseemly as running about robeless. Shameful. Prude. I don't understand you make a habit of this. Nothing of the sort. It's just that when transformed, I can wield the wind and fly. It may seem excessive, but what is our shame next to the lives of these creatures? They deserve a chance, and we owe it to them to do all in our power. Be that as it may. Remember we had that big climax with Emmett and he transformed? Ooh, he did. You're right. Okay, that's actually really good. Yes, I do believe I have a solution. Emmett Selk, might trouble you to move that Charybdis away from his fellows, somewhere out of sight. Meanwhile, let the rest of you to help me prepare here. What mischief are you scheming now? No mischief, I assure you. I will but spare you the need to report to your colleagues that Hermes committed an indiscretion. So have a little faith and run along. I love that. Emmett's classic. I trust you don't mind. I will say, he's a lot more strict than when we met him. A lot less theater boy. There's a little schemer, a little rascal, a little rapscallion. When Selk is out of sight? Good, let us be plain. It's a stroke of genius, really. We have Emmett Selk trained for Charybdis. Oh, you're right. Oh no, Arizim, you're right. I didn't see her there. Aside from being unable to fly untransformed, he can readily see aether currents. And with his adept spellcraft, he can also employ suitable wind magics to guide the creature along. Well, he's indeed capable of all you described. It's not his duty. I am loath to trouble him with it. Don't be. As I mentioned, it would be also for his own sake. With that settled, let's begin at once. Talael, I want you to go to Emmett Selk. Tell him that you have a favor to ask. He'll be disinclined to cooperate at first, but you mustn't be discouraged. With our friend, the trick is to be unflaggingly persistent. Off you go now, and good luck. Well, are your preparations for your scheme? That's clearly not a scheme complete. I need to tell you something. I have a favor to ask. Oh, no you don't. I'm not lifting a finger. I don't know what Hythlodaeus is up to, but I will not be made to know. I refuse. If Hythlodaeus is to be believed, relentless insistence may serve to wear down the ever-weary Emmett Selk. Please! Please! Oh, I thought I was typing. The problem is my mic is covering my keyboard. Are we there yet?
No, no, no. You are not foisting this nonsense on me.
Please.
I'm given to understand you have the power to help the Charybdis, and should be quite willing to do so. And so I appeal to your better nature, most benevolent Emmett Selk. Please teach it to
Teach
fly.
us how to blitz.
Or else Hermes will transform. Right now.
That's like a
Now, there's no need to go
face.
quite that far. Altruism is its own reward, as I'm sure he would agree.
Oh, would he now? And who contrived to put me in this position, pray tell?
Nothing so devious. I merely suggested a possible course of action.
I love my battle stance.
Please, Emmett Selk. Please.
The burb wants you to do it.
I did not come all this way to play nursemaid to your creations. I'd thank you to remember this favor and let it be the last.
I love this. Emmett is such a little baby boy. Bastard, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. Welcome on in. How you doing today? Ganging up on Emmett. I mean, hey, we did it in the MSQ and it worked great. Oh, the little wing wiggle. Oh. Excessive.
I will aid it once it is taken to the air. It falls to you to shepherd it skyward.
Is this Chowber's Collector's Edition mount? Emmett flexing, spending the money on the Collector's Edition.
Let's relax and enjoy the spectacle, shall we?
And then I play as Emmett.
You were wondering why Emmett Selk joined the convocation. Truth be told, he wasn't the first choice for the office. I was, on the strength of my ability to see ether.
Oh. Interesting. Okay.
But I declined the offer. For though my vision is exceptional, I am pedestrian in all other aspects. Worse even.
Oh, it's okay. You can be head empty bimbo. It's okay. After this, I pulled out my mount that matched Emmett's and when Halo, I got one too. Welcome to Chat, Bitter Magic. How you doing today? How'd you find the spot?
Quite abysmal when it comes to manipulating ether, for example. Couldn't transform even if I had a mind to do so. What good is the ability to perceive a problem if one cannot act to address it? Emmett Selk has no such shortcomings. He excels in vision and manipulation both, the latter to an extraordinary degree. If there is a mage more powerful, I do not know of them.
Well, I did beat him up.
Thus did I recommend him for the office in my stead. And I wasn't the only one. Far from it. Countless others vouched for his skill and character. People the world over, to whom he had previously lent a helping hand.
Oh.
Oh, how surprised he was. Claimed he hadn't done anything remarkable for anyone. Modest to a fault.
Ah. And then he went on to commit
every bit
genocide.
of acclaim he
Yay.
received. Yet he may well have gone unappreciated were it not for a mutual friend.
Me?
A singular soul who can't help but involve herself in the business
Me?
of others. Where she walks, excitement is certain to follow. Her antics irritate Emmett Selk to no end. But much of his grumbling stems from genuine concern. When our friend calls, he never
so
fails
cute.
to answer and lend his talents. And in the course of doing so, he himself came to be recognized and respected by those around him. They are truly remarkable individuals, and I'm proud to call them friends.
Ah.
To help them realize their dreams. This will be my greatest contribution to our world.
You're so pure and precious. I want to protect.
And when they have fulfilled their respective purposes, so too shall I have fulfilled mine. And together we may return to the star.
Ah.
Look at me, spilling my innermost secrets. I can't seem to help it with you.
Chat. Chat. Please spam. Please spam. Using flail hearts in
I can only
chat.
assume it is due to the color of your soul. I just don't understand how you can be so alike and yet so different.
Well done, my pet. Well done.
Yeah, I'm flying.
Ah, yes. I dare say the Charybdis will be fine here on.
Charybdis. I had it right at some point. I probably pronounced it right and
Why
then
don't you go
mispronounced
and
it right
signal
afterward.
to Emmett Selk? Let him know that his arduous task is at an end.
Or Gigabrain. Just let him be up there. Chat, I need to play Undertale. Like, every time I hear this freaking song, it reminds me of Undertale. No words to express my gratitude. Thank you. Thanks to you, the Charybdis has learned to fly. Bother. And Taleo and I could relax and have a pleasant chat. I'm sure you did. The creature needs some small assistance at first, but soon as it was flying more or less on its own, I doubt you need to report the lesson. That was truly impressive. I witnessed it all from afar. The Charybdis flies! Indeed, with this we've proven that even a creature with skewed etheric balance is capable of flight. Though we helped it to achieve this, the Charybdis is a herd animal. They may well aid the struggling kin in like fashion, if and when the need arises. Keeping this in mind, I bid you continue observing them. If that's what you want. Sounds like Soken played Undertale when composing Endwalker. It does. It really does. But if I may say so, rather than hoping an idealistic possibility comes to pass, would it not be simpler to have the concept adjusted? That way we could guarantee that anomalies such as this specimen were never born in the first place. Eugenics. These creatures are already here. We'll spare no effort in giving them a chance to survive. As you wish, Chief. As you wish. Hermes. I'm fine. Don't worry. Well, that concludes all my present tasks. Let's return to the gonorrhea for now. Thank you for watching. I am very surprised that this area is making me like Fandaniel. I mean, I guess Hermes right now. I did not really enjoy his character up till this point, but it's nice seeing this different side to him. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe. It really helps out. And check out the Patreon link in the description. We're trying to get this to be full-time, so it'd be lovely if you could show your support. I'd like to thank my Patreons John Best, Rorolai, Sven Folger, Rosla Streaming Network, Kev Was Here, Flash Fox, and Neo. And as always, have a lovely day.